Alright, so here I am, we're back, and I'm going to catch this Weedle now, so I ran into a Weedle, finally. And since it's level 3, we might as well just use the Pokeball right away, not weaken it at all. And I did catch a Metapod off screen, didn't know if I showed you that guy. And there we go, so me and Mr. Old Man in Viridian City caught a Weedle. So we're going to check out the Pokedex, and often found in forests, eating leaves. It is a sharp, venomous stinger on its head. It's a hairy bug. Well, I don't want to eat any hairy bugs. I ain't no survivor, man. So I'll see you guys back at the ranch. Okay, guys, we are back in Pewter City, and if you don't remember, the last part took down Brock. It was a Brock squared showdown. I know that. B squared, Brock squared, whatever you want to say. And in this part, we're going to be moving on to whoa, notice thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils at Mount Moon. Please call. Oh, I already read this. We're going to be moving on to a new place, Route 3. But first, I want to show you guys what I did off screen. So, we're going to go to the Pokedex. I caught a couple of Pokemon. Caught a Metapod and Kakuna off screen. And you guys saw my Pidgeotto evolve, that's all. And then I got Big Bird up to level 20. See if it learned anything else. No, it still has Quick Attack there. And I got War Turtle up to level 22 in the process of catching Kakuna, which took way too long. And I wasted a couple of Pokeballs. That guy is tough to catch. So, I'm going to put Big Bird out in the lead just because I want to get it a couple levels up before I get into a predominantly rock and ground dungeon in Mount Moon. So we're going to head east here on Route 3. And one thing about Pewter City that I thought was cool, I wanted to bring this to attention. Goldenrod and Rustboro are very similar to Pewter City and only accessible through a forest. And their geographic locations are very similar. Pewter and Rustboro also specialize in rock Pokemon, so a lot of similarities there. And Pewter City is also the only city in which a legendary Pokemon can be caught, whether it be Latios or Latias, appearing in Pewter City. So I thought that'd be cool. So we're going to head here east on Route 3. You're going to run into a ton of trainers. You can catch, as far as Pokemon, you can catch Pidgeys level 6 or 8, Spearows 5 through 8, and Jigglypuff levels 3 through 7, but that's only a 10% appearance rate. And there are no items you can get. So we're going to start. I'm going to fight through all these trainers. It's going to take me a while, but it'll be fun. You looked at me, didn't you? Are you trying to imply something? I'm pretty sure you like when I look at you. I'm pretty sure you do. You lied to me last. I remember getting lasses in Pokemon cards. I believe it was a star on the last Pokemon card. So I thought it was more valuable than it was, but apparently lass is very shallow and not very appreciative of my powerful Pokemon. So she's gonna use another Pidgey. Too bad. I already have a Pidgeotto. Get it trained up. Go to the monotonous, hypnotic Viridian Forest. I was listening to that music the other day because my music file and my narration files are separate, and that is just, ew, that is scary stuff. You're mean. A woman of short words, few words. Quit staring if you don't want to fight. I clearly wanted to fight. I mean, it's you that lost, miss. And I don't believe there are any hidden items. I actually found a hidden item in Viridian Forest off screen right in front of the last guy that you meet in Viridian Forest. So if you want to go back there and get a potion, go ahead. It's hidden. Hey, I met you in Viridian Forest. So this is one of the only guys, since there are no names attached to like Bug Trainer or Bug Catcher, excuse me, you can assume that you already met this person. So I thought that was interesting in the first generation. And unfortunately, Gust is a normal type move, so it's not super effective, but nonetheless, we're 2 times its level, so should take these guys out quickly. Catching the Weedle was somewhat difficult, but Kakuna is really difficult to take down or capture. I had to get a Pikachu out, use Thunder Shock and paralyze it, and then whittle it down with my Weedle to low HP. It took a long time. I wasted 4 Pokeballs on it, but I caught it nonetheless. And it should be pretty similar to catching a Geodude, and I don't know what their catch rates are in Mount Moon, but I'm going to be catching a couple Pokemon in Mount Moon for sure and going over those. So there are other kinds of Pokemon than those found in the forest. Of course there are. I mean, Captain Obvious all over the place. Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Now that is a man of my liking right there. That is a man after my own dream, my own heart. Shorts are the way to go in the summertime. They are comfy, of course they are. You gotta get some Adidas or Nike. Plop a few shorts on, just chillax on the couch. Gotta love the shorts. I do agree with the simplicity of that statement. Some of these people are trying to be more creative than they really are capable of being, and they're screwing up their comments. So I learned Whirlwind, which is a TM that you can get. I believe I got Whirlwind on the way No, that's after Mount Moon, excuse me. You can get Whirlwind as a TM on the way out of Mount Moon. And here's the Ekans. Doggy Sport, I believe this is you. You were saying how terrible the Ekans sprite was from behind, how it was like a pile of, I don't know, got a pile of dung with a head sticking out. I don't believe it. I do, man. Are you storing your Pokemon on PC? Each box can hold 20 Pokemon. I mean, you're bringing up shorts, and now you're talking about Pokemon boxes. I mean, stick with one topic at a time. I can only handle that. I feel like I'm getting inundated with information here. Are you a trainer? Let's fight. Well, I mean, come on, Generation 1. Game Freak, what are you doing to me? I mean, you got a good comment there. Everybody loves the comfy short comment. Everybody. But now you're telling me about Pokemon boxes, and if you're a trainer, you're going to fight. I mean, creativeness, a little lacking here on Route 3. But thank you for throwing in a Jigglypuff, as they always like to throw in Jigglypuffs early on in different games, whether that be the second generation when you catch a Jigglypuff south, I forgot what the route is, south of Blackthorn City, I know, once you get off those mountains, you can catch a Jigglypuff in there, along with a Fanfy in Crystal, which I thought is amazing. Getting a nice Donphan by the time you're at Bugsy, tell me that's not intimidating. Donphan at Bugsy, pretty creative there. I never really got into Donphan though, just because of its lack of lacking in its learn set. But it is a different way to go. It's very creative. So here's our Nose Pass Easter Island Monument. There goes Metapod, and Big Bird should be up to level 22 anytime soon here. So I defeated this bug catcher. We're getting more money as we go along. If I had new Pokemon, I would have won. Maybe get a Scyther, maybe get a Pinsir, maybe you get a Beedrill. You know, check out the bug competition in Golden City. Hey, you're not wearing shorts. What is this, short colt? We got short colts? Maybe I am wearing shorts, but I'm so short that any shorts that I wear look like pants. Am I pulling a Calvin and Hobbes there? If you know that clip from Calvin and Hobbes, you know what I'm talking about. You're doing a good job. Bill Watterson, baby. I'm a big Calvin and Hobbes fan. I remember Hobbes would be like, Calvin, it's summertime, why don't you wear shorts? And he's like, I do wear shorts. Shorts look like pants on me. Well, you got to be like 2'8" to do that. I'm sorry. And I'm pretty sure you can still cut those pants or shorts into shorts. Lost, lost, lost. Win, win, win. I always wear shorts, even in winter. Well, that's a little extreme there. I mean, you ain't no macho man just because you're wearing the short Adidas, okay? You know, pull out a couple fleece pants from time to time in the winter. I don't know what the temperature is here in Pewter City because it's in the mountains, though. It's kind of acting like a Vail, Colorado. That look you gave me, it's so intriguing. So we either got people commenting about shorts, or we either got people talking about staring at one another, and I don't know, like, what your intentions there last hour, but I can kind of assume. Get off me. I'm like 10 years old. Please. And so I've been getting some comments lately about monochromaticness in this Pokemon Blue game. I know some people have walked through, I don't know, what it be, Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue on YouTube in color. Obviously Pokemon Yellow you can because that game was made in color. But if people have done that before where they have had those walkthroughs red or blue in color, I mean not a great color, but in color nonetheless. Pokemon Blue and Red was intended to be made black and white. Be nice. Because it was made for the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color. Avoid fights by not letting people see you. So that is why it's monochromatic and just gray and white. But it's nostalgic, and I hope you guys can appreciate some of that. You can fight my no Pokemon. Well, that's good. I like this guy. He's aggressive, but it's necessary. It's appropriate for what it is, but it is a Caterpie. I'm sorry. Unless you're doing a Caterpie solo run, there's really no reason. Or unless you're going for the Butterfree. Butterfree learning Psychic type moves, Confusion, Psybeam. That's very nice. Same with the Venomoth. I remember doing that in Generation 2. That was one of my Pokemon that I would always sneak in there. So I grew up to level 22, speed and attack, obviously leading the way still. And I'm just going to have, I'm going to have Big Bird finish this off for me against this guy. And then I'm going to switch out Wartortle. Actually, I'm going to keep Big Bird out until I get into Mount Moon because of the, how beneficial it will be to have a water type Pokemon taking out Rock and Ground. As far as going for starters are concerned, let's see what, don't like dinner. I like dinner right now. Actually, it's 9:43 in the morning, so I want breakfast. What was I gonna say? Grass type Pokemon are always the ones you want to go with if you want to dominate early on in the game. I'm just going to scout around in this grass real quick, see if I can not run into a Jigglypuff right off the bat. Put it at a quota, about 5 Pokemon. Don't want to keep you guys here too long. But, what was I going to say? Grass Pokemon are great early on in the game, and pretty much in a lot of generations, especially in Generation 1, because although they tend to be weaker later on, at least in my eyes, you have a good time taking out both Brock and Misty, obviously type effective, and going through Mount Moon without any problem. Obviously, Viridian Forest is a little bit more difficult because bug Pokemon are not quite as affected by the grass type. And I might just catch a Jigglypuff slightly off screen here before I go into Mount Moon. And there's a Pokemon Center out here as well, but I would like there to be a mart as well. I need to buy some Pokeballs, so I'm going to have to do that off screen, unfortunately. And so, about 2 more Pokemon, and then we're going to head over to this Lass. I believe that's a Lass, and I believe she has a Jigglypuff as well. And it will show you that there's a Jigglypuff on this route, so you can stick with my guns and believe me. And I'm pretty excited about going into Mount Moon just because of the TMs you can get in there. You can get a Water Gun and a Mega Punch, and I'll definitely be using that Mega Punch probably for Wartortle for a while. So this is the last Pokemon I'm going to run into right now. I already took care of my Spearows and Pidgeys, obviously, so I'll save that Jigglypuff for later. And there's a Clefairy, obviously a bunch of them because they came from the moon, and it's Mount Moon. And switch at this Wartortle, and let's go fight this next. What was I doing? I meant to keep Big Bird out there. I am just a scatterbrain right now. Ultimate scatterbrain. And Wartortle is very overleveled. Both of my Pokemon are overleveled, but I kind of like playing like that because the philosophy is, as you go further on in the game, it's more difficult to raise your Pokemon just because... Eek, did you touch me? Just because we got Pedo, we got Lancing, Stators. It's easy to raise Pokemon early on because the levels tend to be more congruent with your levels, and therefore you get more experience points. But as you get later on, the levels are inordinately less than the levels you have, and thus more experience points are needed, but you don't get them. Don't you sing, alright? I've had enough of your fatness, Marshmallow. Your glossy John Lennon, I don't know. John Lennon, Elton John eye glasses. That's it. What's it? It was like a question mark. Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. Yeah. What do you? I really don't know what you're trying to say here. I'm going to Mount Moon. I realize that right now. So we're gonna keep heading over here east, and this is another trainer. We can, or he's taking a rest. Excuse me. I'm gonna read over it. Woo! I better take a rest. Groan. That tunnel from Cerulean takes a lot out of you. I'm assuming he's referring to Mount Moon here. So this is Route 3 still, Mount Moon ahead. Route 4 is after Mount Moon, which we'll tackle later on. You can get a couple new Pokemon there, but I'll get to that later, obviously. And I'm going to head up here, talk to whoever I run into. Got some more scary ledges. Boom, I jumped off of them. Daredevil, Evil Knievel. And why is this necessary? Is this to create the Mount Moon, the Mountain, Death Mountain style? Ouch, I tripped over a rocky Pokemon Geodude. I mean Elvis with that hairdo. And I'm gonna head to the Pokemon Center, see who I can talk to in here. We got this guy, Roving Transman. Where's your Jigglypuff? Oh, you get lost in the weeds over there, or you ate the marshmallow. If you had too many Pokemon, you should store them via PC. Via is that's the second time Via has been used. I have 6 Pokeballs set in my belt. At most, you can carry 6 Pokemon. And this guy, I believe, talks about Team Rocket. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. So that's kind of a precursor to we're going to be running to Team Rocket later on. Man, hello there. I got a deal for you. I'll let you have a swell Magikarp for just $500. You know what? I'm going to buy you. I'm going to take you up on that because I don't want to be fishing for my own Magikarp. So I'm going to get my Magikarp right now, and I'm going to go ahead and deposit it. You can get a quick Magikarp right here, and if you really want to, you can go out on Route 3 and train it up to a Gyarados before you even go into Mount Moon. And that Gyarados obviously is a water type. It is a flying type as well, but that water type will dominate a lot of the Pokemon you run into in Mount Moon. So if you really wanted to do that, you can go ahead and use it. I have level 20 Pokemon, and that's when it evolves into Gyarados. So I'm going to get healed up really quick, and I'm going to scout around in this Route 3 patch again, see if I can run into a Jigglypuff, and if I don't, I'm just going to end this video. I'm going to go back to Pewter City, get some Pokeballs, and gear up for my trek in Mount Moon. So I'm going to head down here again. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Not too exciting quite yet. Obviously, you haven't really run into many big threats, and I hopefully don't run into many big threats considering how level up my Pokemon are. And boom. Who is this? Jigglypuff, Marshmallow Girl. Thank you. I don't know why I call it a girl there. And we only have 3 Pokeballs, and I'm not going to be... Oh, frick. Only 2 Pokeballs. This fat marshmallow better stick in this Pokeball. Boom! Marshmallow suction into the Pokeball. So there we go. Got Jigglypuff. All the Pokemon that we can catch so far, or are able to catch so far. It is a balloon. Oh, that's good for your self-esteem. When its huge eyes light up, it sings a mysteriously soothing melody that lulls its enemies to sleep. So that's the first Pokemon that we have that can learn other than Sleep Powder, that can learn Sing or Hypnosis. I'm not going to name it, even though I can name it Fat Man. Fat? Fat? That's what I can name you. Name you Elton John or Fat. And we're going to head back up here, and I'm going to end it right now just because I don't want to head into Mount Moon. We're underprepared as far as items are concerned. And we'll pick it up just at the entrance to Mount Moon and head into Mount Moon, take it on in the next part. So thanks for watching part 4. A little bit shorter, but I'll extend it in the next part. So thanks for watching. Fat!